Hey everyone. Didn't expect to make a video today. It's a video I didn't really want to make. But with everything that's kind of transpired here lately, I feel the need that I need to get this off my chest. So if this seems even more lowbrow than the rest of my videos, I apologize, but I had to get it off my chest. With everything that's transpired with cyberbullying and the death of Hana Kimura, um, I really think that we as a fan community need to really look at ourselves and look at how, especially all of us on YouTube and Twitter and all these different avenues where we throw our opinions out there, how we need to look at how we talk to these people. Because even though they are performers, they are still people. If you're bullying any wrestler, I don't care whether they're in the very top of WWE or your local independent wrestler, if you are trashing them, taking personal shots at them, and just bullying them for no reason, stop. Stop. It's terrible. This is not what this community is supposed to be about. If that's the only way you can be a fan of this art form, then this art form is better with you not around. There is no excuse for you to just harp on someone to the point to where they feel the need to take their own life. That is disgusting, that is despicable, and it needs to stop. That being said, if there's somebody out there that through mental illness or anxiety or a rough upbringing feel that that is the best possible outlet, I encourage you to seek counseling and see if you can find another outlet in dealing with your own pain. We as a community, I don't want to say need to use this tragedy because you don't really want to do that, but we need to take this as an opportunity to look at how we talk to other people because we don't enjoy their work or we don't enjoy their opinion or we don't enjoy their storyline or anything. This is supposed to be fun, and I'm guilty of this. I'm not gonna act holier than thou and say that I am not guilty of maybe being too harsh with an opinion. I'm sure on my comic book show I've said things about writers or artists, and maybe in a fit of passion I've not said something that I'm too proud of. I'd like to think I didn't go to the level that that fans have went with Miss Kimura, but I don't know. Same thing on my wrestling show. I know I've said some pretty bad things about certain wrestlers that I'm not a fan of. Do I feel I've gone personal? I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know what would happen if some of those individuals I've criticized were to come across this. I don't know where their headspace is at. I don't know what they're dealing with. I feel like we as a community need to look at how we address and criticize, and now more than ever really need to think before we speak or think before we tweet or think before we put something out there, because we don't know. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know the especially in the world we're living in right now, we don't know how these people are handling how their mental health is. And while we could just be saying fuck so and so, they suck, that may be the last thing they need to see, even if you just meant it because you didn't like their match, or you don't like the fact that they're the champion, or you don't like the fact that they're not being used correctly or being used over somebody you enjoy. I'm not saying that we shouldn't bring the passion that we as a community have. I'm not saying that we have to sugarcoat every critique, or we need to just, if we're go to the if you don't like them then don't talk about them sort of thing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, before we put on there fuck so and so, or this person's a piece of shit, or this person's a prick, or this person's a bitch, before we say anything of that nature, maybe think about a better way of expressing your dislike of this individual's work or this individual's opinion. You know, in addition to the cyberbullying with Kimura, which I wish I'm unfortunately not really too familiar with, but still, that's terrible. You've had so many people saying so many awful things about people just because they don't enjoy the product. People are saying awful things about Becky Lynch because she's having a baby. Why? I, I don't want to see. I didn't want to see Becky Lynch go away, but she's an adult, and for all intents and purposes, for all we know, this is something she wants to do. We shouldn't be mad at Becky because she's allowing herself to have a child. We shouldn't get mad at Seth Rollins for being excited about becoming a father. Some of the things that I've seen on YouTube, on Twitter, about two people who are now going to a very exciting part of their life and their personal life, it's sickening. We have to more than ever separate entertainment from people's personal lives, and we cannot continue to ridicule people just because we don't enjoy something that happened on a TV show. It has to stop. And this is not why I love this community. This is not why I like this. This is supposed to be a community of passion, and we can still be. And I'm all for still being passionate, and I'm all for still supporting your opinions and having a fire in your discussion and presenting your opinions with fire and passion. But we can't let that passion turn us into monsters. We can't let the fact that we may not enjoy a person's work lead us to you just say just completely awful things that could drive a young lady to do something like she just did. That's terrible. That's not being a fan. And I don't know. I'm sad. I'm sad that a situation like this had to happen in this community. I just need to get a rant off my chest, and I just want to ask this community to more than ever just think before you write something. Think before you say something. We're gonna mess up. We've all said things that we regret after we've said them, but do your best to think before you speak. Think before you post. Don't take personal shots at the individuals involved at anything, be it wrestling, be it acting, be it writing and art. Don't let dislike of their entertainment value cause you to do something to hurt them personally. And that goes for anybody on any level. Sorry for the long-winded rant. I hope I was eloquent. I hope I didn't bother anyone. I'm just really... I hate when stuff like this has to happen. And in the description box below, if you need counseling or you need help, I'm going to post some phone numbers and some links to some places where you can get help for any reason. Try and make yourself better. And you guys enjoy Double or Nothing tonight. Thanks.